Welcome back to Yanks Abroad. Today we have a huge match at the weekend, so we are obviously doing a combined 11 for it. You want to start with predictions or combined 11?
Let's do the predictions first, then we'll get to the 11.
All right, give me your prediction.
I'm going to go 2-2 at the Etihad. I think it's going to be tough for us to go out there and win, but I don't know. This team's got grit. I mean, I'm assuming Saka, Martinelli, all these guys who are like kind of questionable are going to be fit, ready to play. And we've had City's number as of late. As crazy as that is to say, we've kind of had their number as of late. They have some injury woes as well. Feeling good about the squad. 2-2.
All right, I'm going 3-0.
Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal. I think this is they're back from the international break. It's like, all right, guys, this is the last stretch. Let's go win a title. Enough messing around, allowing other teams to be in the title race. 3-0. Ends the title race conversation for Arsenal at least. Liverpool will obviously still be in it. And it's just like stamp like,
so
all
if
right,
we
enough
lose,
was enough. Enough was enough. Like, let's go win
if we lose, you're taking us out of the title race.
100%.
Even though we'll only be 2 points behind the leaders.
I understand how the table works and how many points you
but
get
we're
for a win.
out of the title race if we lose.
I think you're third in the race right now anyways, and if you don't go and get a point, which is obviously tough at the Etihad, but I think if you don't go get a point, I think it's
So give me your chances of us winning if we win on Sunday, draw on Sunday, lose on Sunday.
Okay, if you win on Sunday, I would give you a 45% chance.
That's pretty high.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you guys go to the Etihad
is City's
and win,
title race over if they lose on Sunday?
I can personally never take them out of the title race.
Of course not.
If you draw 22%,
Which is probably where you have us at right now.
right.
So basically, we stay where we are.
No, I'd probably have you lower, and if you go get a draw at the Etihad, like in my head.
Now, where do you have us? 10%?
Yeah, probably at like 10, 15%. In my calculations, if you go to Etihad and get a point, like, yeah, that raises your chances. And then, yeah, if you lose, you're at 0%.
Excellent. All right.
All right, great.
Let's get to our combined 11.
All right.
Goalkeeper.
Yeah, I'm going Ederson.
Yep.
He's back fit. You agree?
Ederson, yeah.
Oh, good. I was prepared for you to say
I mean,
Raya.
Ederson is just
I was
better.
about to get extremely loud if you were going to say that, honestly.
No. I mean, Ederson, that's without a doubt.
Okay,
Ederson.
good. All right, good. Let's move.
I got Ben White at right back. I think, I would normally go Kyle Walker, but I actually do think on form right now, Kyle Walker's in not one of the toughest spells of his career, which is still being the second best right back in the league.
No.
But he has not been great as of late. I think he's been looking tired. He came off injured for England.
Yep.
They think he's going to play on the weekend, but Ben White's been incredible as of late, especially since the introduction of Kivior into the side. I'm going Ben White at right back.
Yeah, this is one of the first times this may even be aggressive, but the first time I've ever seen him almost ragdolled in a game. He was just being essentially taken wherever they wanted to go. But I'm still taking Kyle Walker. He's the greatest right back in Premier League history. And in a match where this isn't a title decider, but in a big impact match, I think he's going to get back to his best. Just the veteran presence, he's been there so much. I think he's the perfect matchup for Martinelli if he starts out wide. All right. I'm going Walker.
Center back pairing.
You want to go first? I'm actually really curious who you put. You did both, didn't you?
I went Saliba and Gabriel.
Yeah.
The best center back pairing in the league right now. It's not really close. If Stones was healthy, I go Saliba and Stones. Stones is not healthy. I go Saliba and Gabriel. I don't really think it's actually that debatable. Akanji's doesn't get in over either of them. You could maybe put Diaz in over Gabriel. I actually think Diaz over the last 2 years is he's not at the level he was when he won Player of the Year, and I think people still consider him at that level. And people disrespect Gabriel still, which is crazy to me.
So I have Diaz and Saliba. I almost went Diaz and Gabriel because I do think...
Can't have two enforcers like that, though.
No, once again, I'm not trying
this
to...
isn't
I'm
playing.
not trying to
I understand.
create a team that's playing. But yeah, I think it's similar to the Van Dijk thing a little for me, where he was amazing, fell off a little bit, and I think he's returned back to not his greatest form, but he's still extremely, extremely solid. I think people are still holding on to that last season to say oh, he's not actually that good. So I think he's actually returned to pretty good form. And in a lot of rotation of City center backs or the back three, whatever it is that they do, I think he's been extremely solid. So I would go Diaz and Saliba. But I agree, Gabriel. I think Gabriel is slightly underrated, and I think Saliba's slightly overrated.
I've seen way too much Saliba's overrated.
I think Saliba is
PR.
class, but you can, like, I rate Saliba, but I do think you can rate someone and them still be overrated in your opinion. I think at this point he's being slightly overrated.
I mean, I've seen a lot of people saying that. I think it's classic, like, international break. People run out of shit to talk about, but
that could be true. But
we'll see.
I think I've thought that it's been the discourse around him has been getting like a little bit too aggressive for me, but I still rate him as a very good player.
All right, left back.
Left back.
I went Nathan Ake.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean,
I was thinking about Kivior, but no.
I think Kivior is incredible, but number one, I've said this, I think, like when one of our first episodes, I think Nathan Ake is one of the most underrated players in all of the world. I think he is incredible. He has been so good against Arsenal. He's been one of the few defenders I've ever seen been able to truly contain Bukayo Saka.
Yeah.
And he could be the difference maker in this match, both sides of the pitch.
So I actually think recently he's looked a little shaky.
I think the whole City back line.
Yeah, I think that may have been a result of them not controlling games as they've done previously throughout the season and in previous seasons. But so he's been getting exposed a little bit, and I think that's actually the matchup that will ultimately decide the match. If Saka fails to create anything off that wing and Ake plays well, I think City easily wins.
Yeah. You're gonna like this next one. Who do you have at the 6?
So you always say that Rice, you want to bring in Partey so you can play Rice a little further forward. So in my 11, so I want to have the argument about Rice and Rodri, but I'm including both. Since you say Rice can play a little further up, I'll have Rodri and Rice at the 8 in theory.
And
Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, that's what you have, right?
That's good. This is growth.
No, it is. But I think
the Rodri Rice debate.
Like, Rice is amazing, and he's probably the second best DM in the world, but, like, you just can't. Rodri is so uber important to this team.
I mean, he's 364 days without losing a match when he starts.
So if we had to choose, would you take Rodri or Rice tomorrow?
So here's the thing. It's very interesting because I don't know if you saw Rice's comments about playing the 6 and the 8 this year.
I didn't.
While he was with England. So he was just talking to, I'm not going to bore everyone with the details, but he was talking the details of the system at Arsenal and what there is necessary to play the 6 and the 8 and why he's able to do both so well.
Okay.
And so I think you can't include him over Rodri in the 6 in this situation because we're going to show up and play Jorginho in the 6 and Rice as an 8. That is going to be the midfield that we come out and play.
Interesting.
And so as much as I think Declan Rice will potentially be a better player than Rodri was all time and because I think he has the tools to be a more elite player in more facets of the game. Right now, Rodri is clearly the better 6.
Okay.
I think you can see Arteta has decided if we want to have control in this midfield, the better option is to play a more reserved, space-controlling 6 like Jorginho and play Rice further forward.
No, as long as you acknowledge that today Rodri is the better player, then I'm fine.
I mean, if I wanted to win one match right now, you can't choose Rodri.
Right.
But if I'm building a team right now, I'm taking Rice. Building a team for the future.
For the future. Yeah. I'm not sure I agree with that, but as long as we can agree that in this match, if you could only play one of them, it would be Rodri, then we're fine to move up to the front 3.
And then De Bruyne at the 10.
Yeah, I mean.
Right wing.
Still the best player in the Premier League for me.
Right wing, Bukayo Saka.
Yeah, I mean, they don't. It's tough because this is the type of match where, like, Bernardo Silva scores twice for no reason.
Nah.
He scores twice.
Bernardo Silva doesn't score against his back 4.
He scores twice in probably like 2 or 3 matches over the entire season, but they're all either in the Champions League or in huge matches in the Prem. And, like, mark this down right now. I would not be shocked if Bernardo Silva played right wing and won man of the match with, like, a 2-goal performance or a 1-goal and 1, like,
and do not be surprised if Bernardo Silva completely ghosts like he did in our previous matches.
I'm going to take Saka because, like, as much as you think I'm a Saka hater, like, I rate Saka highly. I just don't think he should be put in a Bale conversation right now, regardless of what the numbers say. Like, your eyes can see different
Yeah, your
things.
eyes can see that he's better than Bale at this age.
Yeah.
It's not hard to tell.
All right, anyways.
Left wing.
Foden.
Yeah, when Foden left wing.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like Foden doesn't really play left wing, so I had to figure that out in my head if I could put him left wing.
He played left wing.
Sometimes. Well, I wasn't going to put Doku there.
Left wing over the international break.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't going to put Doku there because he hasn't been great as of late.
Doku has been
Martinelli hasn't been great as of late. Trossard, like, it was like
No, this is.
If you're managing this combined side, you find a way to get Foden and Saka on the pitch together.
It was extremely easy for me to do this, and I figured you'd come in with some other heinous takes, but
Well,
like
we're not. We haven't gotten to striker yet.
No, you're not.
Who do you think I have at striker?
You have Havertz.
Havertz, baby.
Okay.
Haaland is in absolute disgustingly bad
it's
form.
actually,
You are the fucking biggest pusher of Haaland's and the worst.
I appreciate you. Like
Right now-
we honestly didn't have an argument. There was no like hot takes. We were gonna get no viewership, and then you put Havertz over Haaland and saved the video. So I really, really appreciate.
Right now, Kai Havertz is playing better football than Erling Haaland. We're just talking about right now. Over the last 4 weeks, Kai Havertz has been better than Erling Haaland. Put him at center forward on Sunday. He's going to win us the match. Samanamana, a 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again.
We might have to dissolve the pod.
Unless he scores the winner.
We might have to dissolve the pod.
Unless he scores the winner.
Havertz over Haaland.
Unless he scores the winner.
By the way, he did not look good for Germany. I don't know if you watched the international break matches.
You are absolutely capping, my friend.
He did not look good.
He looked great. My friend who's a diehard Germany
I think you're
fan.
like...
My friend who's a
you have, like, a blind
diehard
love
Germany
for
fan
Havertz.
from Germany literally was like, we're going to win the Euros because of how good Havertz looked at the 9.
I was very unimpressed with him over the international break. I was... From going from left wing back to the number 9 has been a nice rise for him in the German side, which...
Well, you can't deny his goal-scoring output for Arsenal right now and what he's doing.
No, I'm obviously not taking Havertz over Haaland at the 9, like in any scenario ever.
Not right now. Right now,
I don't think Haaland's that... I mean, I think Haaland's a lethal finisher. I don't think he's that great, and I think he's slightly overrated, but you simply can't have... You're telling me that if you had the opportunity, someone said, you can have Haaland... on Sunday.
In this match on Sunday, I want Havertz.
All right, that was like a Andre Iguodala like take right there.
Put respect on his name.
We'll
see what happens this Sunday in what is a potential title challenge, title decider. Liverpool's got injury woes.
All right, last chance before we end it. You can take it back. We can cut.
Front 3 will be Saka, Foden, Havertz. Winner at the Etihad. Arsenal take the lead to go and win the title.
One last thing. Did you see Arsenal Twitter trying to make it like Vinny asked for Declan Rice's shirt?
Make what?
After Brazil and England played, Arsenal Twitter was tweeting because they posted a really short clip of it. Jude and Vinny met in the tunnel, and they were doing shirt swaps. And Arsenal Twitter thought that
it was Rice?
Thought that Vinny was asking for Rice's shirt. Whereas Jude, you have to see it. It is so funny.
How could you have seen something on Arsenal Twitter?
I don't know how you did not see this.
Are you sure Tottenham fans weren't like making it up?
No, I swear on my life, there was a shortened clip that made it look like Vinny was asking for Rice's shirt, but Vinny was asking who this Rice shirt was for or something like that. You have to look it up.
Find it.
We'll put the video in at the end here. I think everyone's gonna know what I'm talking about. I'm shocked you didn't.
I am
see
too.
this.
I mean, I spent my whole week on Twitter, so as I do every week.
Don't we spend yeah, I was about to say. All right, hit that subscribe button. We'll be back Monday morning
reacting to Kai Havertz's winner.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, I'm going to look incredible, right?
Comment down below. What's more likely, the Bernardo Silva 2-goal involvement man of the match or the Havertz match winner? Let us know in the comments. And we will see you on Monday morning with our reactions. Peace.